What's up, y'all? This is Ron Stewart representing Interscope Records in New York City. And right now I'm at the New England Music Seminar, and I'm chilling with my man, Kevin W Reese, the homie.
Kevin W Reese.
One of the misconceptions of the music business is unsigned artists trying to get their record on the radio. What they don't understand is that you, as a promotions professional at a major record label, you have to go through the same struggle sometimes to get those artists on the air too. So it's almost like you're fighting for airplay. Can you elaborate on that for the people watching that don't understand?
The hardest thing about getting your record on radio is probably, one, having a hit record is number one. Now, how do you have a hit record? And who determines whether your record's a hit or not? Well, it's the program directors. It could be the DJs. It could be your friends that you know. I mean, are they right all the time? Probably not, but that's how it can start. And but the key is just consistently pushing that particular record on to the powers that be to make sure that they know that that record is actually what it is, what you're saying that it is. That's the hardest part. I could play you a record now, Kevin, and tomorrow someone else may play you something you may forget about mine. So it's really about me just staying on top of you about my record on a consistent basis, and really that's it, staying on you consistently to make sure that you're aware of my record. And then if it catches on and people start calling up, then you know you got something.
How much are relationships a big factor into getting those artists on the airwaves?
Well, the relationships are key because it just kind of enables you to cut the line, so to speak. It's like, I can call you at 3 in the afternoon when I got a record at 2:30 and be like, yo, Kev, listen, I just got this new Keisha Cole, man. I just need you to blast it off today and see what you think. So that's where the relationship factor comes in, as opposed to you having to go the regular route of waiting outside the radio station or waiting until you see your DJ coming out of the club and stuff like that. So
how do you respond to somebody, an unsigned artist, that says that an event like this is too much money?
Well, first of all, you can't put a price on information, and what you really have to look at it as investing in yourself. I say that to artists all the time. I mean, I've done things even when you do favors for people, you're not doing favors for them. You're kind of investing it. You're doing it because you're investing in yourself so that you can get that favor back. So that's how people have to really look at it. I mean, I see panels go for $400 or $500. There's like a sales seminar that goes on. What is it called? Is it NARM? Sound about right?
Yeah, yeah.
And theirs is like upwards of like $400 or $500, but you're going there and you're mingling with the top salespeople, and how can you put a price on something like that? So when people say this is too much money, they clearly don't understand what they're investing in.
And realistically, if they go to New York for a day, the amount of money you're putting in your gas tank, food, it comes out to around $100 anyway, right?
You're not even counting if you go to the club that night.
A club, popping bottles. It's all about putting it on a scale and seeing what's priority, what means more.
Absolutely. And when you're an artist, it's the same way. You want people to support you, but you don't want to support the person that's playing your record. So you want a DJ to play your record in the club, but you're not going to the club to support him consistently. Not just once, but consistently. You want him to consistently play it. If I told you that I'll play your record for 3 months straight in the club, you'd come to the club 3 months straight, right? And that's how people have to think about it. You know what I mean? You have to, you have to support to get the support back.
Now, let's take the personal road now, real quick. You're from Connecticut, right? And originally we're on Jive Records for many years, and now you're here on Interscope Records, which is a much larger entity. Now, how did you end up on Interscope Records, which is a very good look, and congratulations, by the way.
I appreciate it. Well, I started off at Jive. I interned with them in 2003, 2004, and I ended up, that's all I knew. I ended up getting a job part-time about 2006, full-time about 2007, and until early this year. I ended up actually transferring over from Jive label group to Hits Community Entertainment, which was an independent that Jive brought on, and I worked with them for a year doing their radio promotion. Things didn't work out. they shut their doors down. Actually, about a month ago now. I left in February, um, and got offered a job at Interscope a month after, 2 months after actually, and Jive is all I knew. They taught me a lot about the business. I got all my relationships through Jive. People still know me as Ron Stewart from Jive Records, but more or less, like with Interscope now, it's just a lot more going on. It's just a lot more happening. I'm in New York. Everyone's in LA. Um, a lot more rap acts. Jive was a lot more R&B based. I don't want to say they weren't as aggressive because they definitely were aggressive, but I just think Interscope takes more chances, and
There's some big players over there. I mean, Dre and M and 50
then we have Kerry Hilson now. We're doing Diddy. We're doing Red Cafe. We're doing Roscoe Dash, Soldier Boy, Yellow Wolf. Real excited about Yellow Wolf. It's just a lot going on. Lloyd, R&B artist Lloyd, got a good record. So there's just a lot more going on. Jive's turnaround just wasn't as fast, but over there it's just a lot of records, and it's definitely a lot more interesting.
You notice a change. I noticed a change. There's more 50 Cent-esque artists coming up. What I mean by that is there's more people having that buzz and then getting the deal. What made me think of that is Yellow Wolf. Then you got the Wiz Khalifa's, his buzz is just bananas. And the Wale's and all these guys like Cuddies, they're having a nice buzz first, and then they're making the moves. Would you say that that's kind of the trend now?
Yeah, and I think the reason all those guys that you named are actually associated to someone or someone else that has that connection on the inside. I think a lot of times when you sign these joint ventures, like you may sign Polo the Don, and someone may come in through Polo the Don. Same with Timbaland. Someone may come in through Timbaland. Po' Boy, whatever it may be. And I think those are the, and then you're taking that cosign, bringing it to the top, like, this guy's hot. He has this buzz going, and we need to make some time for him and really try to put the project out. So I think the cosigns definitely help nowadays, because I don't know if labels were just gambling on people earlier on and just weren't getting it. Things weren't connecting, but I think with a lot of these joint ventures, it's starting to prove. Especially with on the Interscope side. With Jive, I don't think we did a lot of JVs. The Hits Committee was the best joint venture, but unfortunately we weren't able to get everything we were trying to get out of it. But I think over there we have it's just a lot more solid joint ventures. How can you deny Polo the Don? Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? M Shady, like 50 G Unit, like how do you, it's you could see it and see where it's going with it.
So working with Interscope is a whole nother ball game. Would you agree? Definitely. Yeah. And where do you see yourself? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Where do you see yourself? Because you've been rising. What's going on? You gonna be making major decisions in 10 years?
Well, in 10 years, I definitely see myself having my own digital label, my own artists, getting a lot more into property management, stuff like that. Just kind of branch out to a lot more things, movies. I'm just trying to expand. It's changing, technology's changing, the opportunities are changing, but it is a lot more opportunities out there for you. Just got to grasp it, and it's just like my thing is I just have to kind of network a lot better than I used to. Even me. I am where I am, but I could be a lot further if I followed up with a lot more people, or seen someone and really went up and had that conversation and really tried to take it somewhere.
I feel the same way. I interned at MTV back in 2000. And I look back at it now, 10 years later, and I'm like, wow, I could have done more. Absolutely. I could have networked with this person and that person. Instead, I was in the streets, like, promoting, like, my college TV show,
Yeah. So it's just, and then 10 years, and 10 years is not a long time. But it's just a lot. It took a lot. Like, I started in the game late, so, I didn't start fresh out of college, which I wanted to do. But so because I started at like 27, it was a little different. Took 3 steps back to take 4 forward. You know what I mean? But I'm happy. I'm blessed. I got good friends. I got good supporters. My DJ guys take care of me. They make me look good. I try to help them out when I can. And I got a good artist that wants me to work with them. People believe in me. So I mean, who am I to let them down?
Go get me that Shady interview.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, dude. Time.
Kevin W Reese.